Mike, but you'll gather around, you can probably hear us all. Well, look, on behalf of the Board of County Commissioners, Gulf County Board of County Commissioners, we want to welcome you. We've been waiting a long time to get to this point. There's a lot of folks that's been involved to get us to this point. A lot of agencies, a lot of non-governmental agencies, and a lot of people within those agencies. We're just excited to be at this point for the project to officially do the ribbon cutting of this park, and there's some unique features that we're really proud of. At this time, I'd ask Commissioner McCrone, the commissioner for this district, come up and say a few words. And
okay. Thank you, Warren. I just want to thank everybody for being here. What a great park. Great addition to Gulf County, and we're blessed to live in the most beautiful place on earth, I think. And after spending all day in Tallahassee yesterday, I was glad to be home. I want to thank the other board members that supported us on this project, and our staff, the TDC, Mark and your crew. I tell you, and the state, folks, they've done a tremendous job. Wouldn't you all agree? It's tremendous. And I tell you that I want to recognize somebody, and I believe in giving credit where credit's due. And this man has he has bird dogged this project. He has stayed on it. And how many years, Warren? A few. I'm being honest, but Warren Yeager, folks, he's been on this project a long time. And just a tremendous job that he's done, and everybody that was involved with this project. I think it's just great for the community. I'm ecstatic about it, I tell you. And I also want to recognize Commissioner McLemore. Where's he at? McDaniel, I'm sorry. Come here. I'd like him to say something real quick. But I appreciate you, but will you pray for us? That's the way but I want you to say a few words and pray for us. How about that? Thank you.
Let me say, when I was coming up young, there was nothing here. Just an old big trail road going over. And I've seen a lot over the years here. But this, what we're here now, and God goes to Warren Yeager. He started on this when he was county commissioner representing this area of this district. This is great, not only for this community, not only for our county, but for our tourist people that come down. They'll go back there and tell people. I love the people. But this is so nice. We're going to take care of this. Keep it up, keep it looking good. And we want you to come down. Local, come down. You have a birthday party. We got it set up right here. If you want this, not just step right across the street over here on the Gulf side. But for small counties to have something of this nature, it's great. It is absolutely great. I'm glad I could be just a small part of it. But anyway, let's enjoy this. Let's really enjoy it.
Before I bring Phil Corm up from DEP, I do want to say I mentioned a lot of different agencies. We have the Trust for Public Lands, we have DEP, and the Deepwater Horizon folks within DEP that were involved in this project. And I can tell you, the coordination with this project that we had between all agencies, non-governmental, governmental, was extraordinary in all of us getting this project complete. And we're proud of that coordination. We're proud of the way that it turned out. So Phil will tell you more about how the funding got taken care of, but Phil, if you'll come up, Phil's with DEP and has been managing a lot of different projects from the Deepwater Horizon oil spill and a lot of different pots of money. This was the Coastal Access program, and I'll just let Phil go from there. Go ahead.
Well, thank you, Warren, and it's a pleasure to be here this morning, and what a beautiful day here in Gulf County. I represent not only the Department of Environmental Protection, but also what is known as the Natural Resource Damage Assessment Trustees. And they were responsible for, assessing the impacts of the BP oil spill and coming up with restoration plans. So it's not only DEP, it's the Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, 4 federal agencies, the Department of Interior, the Department of Commerce, the United States Department of Agriculture, and the Environmental Protection Agency. And so, you know, the timing of this is unique because it is almost 10 years from the date of the oil spill, and that was a tragedy. 11 people lost their lives, millions of gallons of oil flowed out into the Gulf of Mexico, uncontrolled for almost 3 months. But now we're at the point where we're starting to see some good that has come out of that tragedy, and the Salinas Park is a perfect example of that. So here in the state of Florida so far, based on the funds that have been provided from those responsible parties that caused the oil spill, we are currently working on 130 projects similar to this. Some are more environmental focused, some are recreational focused, and the total price tag of all those projects currently exceeds $450 million. But we'll be doing these restoration efforts in the state of Florida over the next 15 or 20 years. Now people ask me, why parks? Why are we doing parks in response to the oil spill? And that's because it was one of the major damages that occurred from the state of Florida was our residents and our tourists didn't come to our beaches, didn't come to our coastal areas, didn't go take their boats out to the Gulf of Mexico, didn't fish. And so that is an injury that can be addressed and restored to these oil spill funds. Of those 130 projects, I've got to say, this is my favorite project. And I think it's simply because of the location here. We have the Gulf over here, we have beautiful St. Joe Bay over there. I can remember back in November of 2017, we had a public meeting here at your county administration building where the NRDA trustees presented this project for public comment. And I can remember being quoted in the newspaper the following day saying, "This elevated boardwalk will give you some stunning views of St. Joe Bay." I hope you'll have an opportunity to go up and agree with me over these stunning views that you'll get from this elevated boardwalk. The other thing I wanted to mention was the NRDA trustees, the elevated boardwalk was their sort of idea in working with the county, but through working with the county, specifically Warren, he sort of insisted we have pickleball courts. I had never heard of a pickleball court. But I'll be retiring in July of this year, and I think I'm going to start playing pickleball. The other thing is, based on public comments, including some folks who are here today, I think I saw Dwayne in the audience, is they wanted something for the kids. You know, we couldn't just have the elevated boardwalk, the trailheads for the bicyclists, the pickleball courts. We needed something for the kids, and so that's how we got the children's playground over there. It was based on public input that we received from Gulf County a little over a year and a half ago. So that's all I really wanted to say, but we're going to have Pierce Barrett, who was sort of one of our project engineers with DEP, who worked with the Trust for Public Lands and the folks that actually designed and built this park, talk a little bit more about the specifics of what was actually funded with the oil spill funds. So I'm going to bring Pierce up here to talk a little bit more about the specifics. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. I'd like to welcome everyone here this morning, members of the County Commission, members of TPL, and my fellow people from the Department of Environmental Protection, the Deepwater Horizon folks. This project I have been very much privileged to be the project manager for. I've been a member of the DEP since 2012. Shortly after the Deepwater Horizon spill, I was brought on as an engineer to oversee the NRDA project. This one, fortunately, has been a very smooth project, with the exception of Hurricane Michael coming in when the project was just about to start. With that as one hiccup, otherwise the project is going on very smoothly. Nature Bridges was the contractor, and they've done a very good job of meeting the schedule for the project. Some of the unique features of the project, the boardwalk especially, the project was basically laid out by hand to a
avoid taking out as many trees as possible. Of course, the hurricane did its own job with taking out a lot of the trees, and in after effect, we had trees die almost a year after the storm from the overwash and so forth. But with that said, the boardwalk itself, the surface boards of the boardwalk is all recycled material and should give you a lot of longevity. The boardwalk is also ADA accessible, so anyone of any physical ability should be able to use the boardwalk. The boardwalk was all done with what we call top-down construction. That is, none of the construction of the boardwalk was done from the ground up. It was all done from the top down. So as they built the boardwalk, which is about 1,600 feet long, it was done as they moved along. They put the pilings in, and then came along and put the boardwalk surface itself and then the railings for the boardwalk. So with little disturbance to the natural areas, they built the boardwalk. So as you go and walk on the boardwalk, imagine how they built it. If you didn't have the privilege of coming out here and seeing it built, that's a unique way of constructing boardwalks of piers of this nature. Other features, and Phil talked about this, and I won't get into what he's already talked about, but the playground over there is also a somewhat ADA playground feature. That is, children with physical disabilities can also use that facility. It's made that those that are confined to wheelchairs can still get up into that playground facility and use it. Then, of course, we have the pickleball court, which has become one of America's most popular new games, especially for aging athletes, those that can't play tennis anymore or don't play tennis. Like Phil, I can't play tennis much anymore or don't play racquetball anymore, so maybe I'll give that game a shot and see what happens. Although now I understand it's so crowded you can't play anyway, unless you get in line and wait 2 days. But it's kind of a really multi-use park. It's not just a passive park, it's an active park as well. So we really hope the visitors and residents of Gulf County use this park like they're already starting to very much use it. So with that said, I'm not going to take the whole 20 minutes. I know everybody don't want to stand out here, even though aren't y'all glad this wasn't yesterday? So with that said, I'll take any questions from the audience if anybody has any questions on the engineering construction of the project. But otherwise, I'll turn it over to Doug Hadaway from Trust for Public Land to tell you a little bit more about the project.
Good morning. Doug Hadaway. I work with the Trust for Public Land. Based upon our polling, only about 0.1% or so of American public know who we are. So allow me to say that we're a national land trust created in 1972, and our mission, stated very simply, is connecting land and people. Because we believe that maintaining the connection of land and people is critical for our ability to continue to live our lives sustainably on this planet. And this is an example of the type of work that we do. We are thankful for the opportunity to work with DEP, who knew us. We had a relationship with DEP, and I think it was because of our many services, but specifically here, the services that dealt with acquisition of land, as well as park design, development, and construction. We've had a package of services that we could provide here, as well as the other parks that are being constructed in the Panhandle using the natural resource damage assessment funds that came out of that disaster in 2010. So we're happy and proud to have been working with DEP. Thank you very much, Phil and his predecessor, Mimi Drew, and Larry Morgan, who some of you knew in the early days, who have subsequently retired. But Phil and Jim Reynolds are the vision holders and seeing all of this work come to fruition. I'll also like to recognize Leslie Reed, who's also here with DEP. Thank you very much for coming. So that's the story of the Trust of Public Land and how we got here. Let me tell you a story, though, of how this came to be. That's not just facts and figures. It's about the people. These things just don't plop out of the sky. We were working with DEP and the NRDA trustee at the time to find, okay, we have a vision of doing this. Somewhere among those 8 counties in the Panhandle that were called disproportionately affected by the oil spill. Of course, Gulf County is one of those. But there was only a limited amount of funds, and we had to find the places to invest the money. Well, sometimes it makes a difference to be talking to local communities who actually see or share that vision.
and incentivize us, because there is some leeway in making these kinds of decisions. There's no rule book to follow following disasters like this and how to reinvest. So it was the people, and coming here to Gulf County, Cape San Blas, Port St. Joe, Warren Yeager, and the support of the county commission, saw the vision as well when we were shopping, to put it simply. And that made a big difference in helping us decide that this location is one of those places to find the right site and invest this money. So we really appreciate working with the community and making sure that this could become a reality. And then with Hurricane Michael coming through, even though we were already in process, the timing actually worked pretty well here, because we hadn't really gotten the construction off the ground yet. We actually had, as you all know better than I do, this property had overwash from the surge. We got to learn from that event, and we actually had some redesigning done to help think about how that would be impacting if it were to happen again, and it might happen again. So I just wanted to highlight that these things just don't follow a rule book and you happen to fit a box. It was about working with the people and working with the county, working with DEP, as Phil had said. The coordination and collaboration and the communication, I think, were awesome, and it was really exemplary for me in my experience to work here, work on this project. Very proud of the opportunity and very pleased with the result, and I hope you'll share that as well as you enjoy this park for many years to come. I don't know if you mentioned, Phil, so forgive me if I'm repeating this, but this is funded from the NRDA funds, came out of that disaster. The acquisition of these 7-ish acres here, the new addition to this park, all of the facilities that you see today. But there's also an agreement between the county and DEP for 10 years of maintenance and operation funds to manage this out of that same pot of funds. So, and then the land has now already been donated to the county. We bought it and then we transferred it and donated to the county. So all of this is I don't know, I consider it a dream come true for a community to have this kind of an asset. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I thank you very much. Hope to chat with you some today as you're walking around. I'm looking forward to getting out there and viewing the view as well. So thank you so much for being here. You guys get it, so I'm not going to preach to the choir about why these things are important. So we'll just leave it at that. Thank you so much for today.
Thank you, Doug. Before we cut the ribbon, I just want to tell a few things. For one thing, like I said, it was a group effort and a multi-agency effort to get this done. When we first started looking at a couple of different properties here in Gulf County, the Trust for Public Land and Doug, we have known before, but Doug wanted to see this property from the waterside. So that was a pretty unique adventure by trying to get up here as close as we could, and some of Doug's folks who are here today, and I will leave names unnamed, just about drowned trying to get there. There she is. Just about drowned trying to get up to this property from the waterside. That's right. At the end of the day, we think this was a great addition to Salinas Park. There's been over $3 million invested into this particular park. At one time, and I know that our board knows that I've said this many times, sometimes I was wondering if any of the money from the oil spill was ever going to flow. This is just one of the examples of how that money has started to flow into our communities to better our communities. So with that being said, I think we've got the ribbon over there, and the commissioners and Phil, your team, whichever ones you want to come up, and Doug, your team, I wish y'all would come up. Whoever wants to come up, if you would, Mr. DEP. Come on, Commissioner. You want to go behind? I can hold that too long. Where's Pierce? Pierce. Oh.
Leslie.
Leslie, come on.
Kate, Peter, Stacy, Peter, Kate. All right, ready? Everyone here? All right.
1.